what does friendship does to marriage? How do you, what is it like? Because somebody is already married and is thinking, we are not friends, we don't even talk. What's the implication of that, and how do you develop friendship?
Thank you so much, sir. Good morning, church. Okay. Pastor just put me on the spot. We didn't rehearse anything. We didn't talk about what we'll talk about. Hallelujah. But I believe that God will fill our hearts and our mouths with wisdom this morning. I feel that it is possible for you not to marry your friend, but it is very, very important that you befriend whoever you marry. Now you can have friends that you're loyal to, maybe on the platform of just having someone to call your buddy. But when it comes to marriage, friendship is very, very important, because I feel marriage is about commitments. And when you are friends with whoever you marry, there's this commitment and loyalty and trust that you have with that person. And the reason why I'm saying this is a lot of people go into marriage, but they have this clique of friends that they are loyal to. And if a woman, for example, is going into a marriage and she's not, how will I put it, discerning enough to know the clique of friends that are supposed to be husband has, then if they are the wrong kind of friends that is loyal to, it is possible for those friends to destroy the marriage. Now, this is what I mean. For friends, every friendship has its own values. Some friends like to hang out in the club, some like to read books, some like to go to church, to fellowship. They just know that once this particular friend of ours comes around, it is fellowship time. Even your parents will know that, once this friend comes around, it is club time. Once this friend comes around, it is Owambe time. So everyone, no matter who you are, whether you're outgoing or not outgoing, you have this friend that you're loyal to. And if your supposed wife or supposed husband is not mindful of the values of that friendship, it is possible to destroy the marriage. I was speaking to someone recently, and she told me about how the person she got married to, and it didn't work, came back to her to tell her that she needs to have a lot of patience. That one of his friends impregnated the housemaid, and he opened up to his wife, and both of them chased the housemaid away. That's a good woman. And I'm wondering, what is good about a woman who accepts to be cheated on? And such kind of person expects that the wife he married should be like that, because his clique of friends think like that. So when you are friends with the person you're married to, both of you understand your commitments. You know that it's something that restricts you from what you want to do. Just because you are committed to someone, you can't just do anything anyhow. Even if your friends, the third party, say, let's go to club, you know that, no, there's a woman waiting for me at home, and if I don't get home, she's not going to sleep. You know that, my husband is outside, I can't just shut the door because I'm expecting him to come back home. That is commitment. That is true friendship. It goes beyond just professing love. I saw a data on Twitter that says this year is still very fresh, and there's about 4,000 divorce cases already. Now
that's in Abuja alone.
In Abuja alone.
In Abuja court alone, there are over 4,000 divorce application has been submitted since January and now.
And I'm wondering, where is the love? What happened to the love that you professed, to the point where you proposed, to the point where she accepted, and you picked the Adeoye and you got married? But then I realized that a lot of young people these days are willing to boycott counsel. In fact, if it is possible for them not to have counsel at all, they're like, that your church is asking us to come for counseling session, can we do it in one day? And I'm like, you want to boycott counseling that would help you in a forever journey? I think this generation needs a rethink, and we should uphold the place of counsel, the place of mentorship, and the place of God in our families. Thank you.
Wow, thank you so much. Wow. When I saw that report, I was shocked too, that over 4,000 divorce application has been submitted to the Abuja court alone between January and now. And most of those applications are from marriages that are less than 1 year. 4,000. So by the time they look at Lagos, we have about 20 million people in Lagos. If Lagos court is to also collate their own data, how many divorce application that has been submitted, it could be running to about 10,000. And that's very alarming, because this is just February. What's today's date? 23. So we are just about 50-something days in the year. And the courts don't open every day. They only open Monday to Friday. So if you calculate it, at most, everyday average, people are submitting maybe like 40 applications for divorce in Abuja alone. And I feel that, I'm happy that she raised it. I feel that it's easy to walk away from a marriage where there is no strong friendship, where there is no strong commitment. It's not easy to walk out on a relationship where there is a lot of commitment. It's not easy, because you're going to look at all that you have to let go before you can walk away. And when you now look at the rate at which husband kills wife, wife kills husband in our country, I think in my parents' day, in those early days, I don't think we do have such story. It's alarming now that a woman will stab her husband to death, a man will beat his wife to death. If there is friendship, do you think those things should be happening? We're going to make this very interactive, and I'm going to look at the minister's side. I'm going to look at the congregation. I want us to make it very interactive. But I want you to know that if you love a woman or you love him, if you know, please don't get married just to fill in the gap. I think why the marriages are breaking so fast now is because we are getting married just to fill in the gap. People are being pressured to marry. People are thinking, I'm old enough to be married, my friends are married, I must be married. I think we should not overrate this thing that we now make it look like it's either I get married or I die. No, it's not. Marriage is not worth my life. No marriage is worth anybody's life. Because you need to be alive to be married.
Yes, sir.
So if we get the foundation right, if we don't just jump into marriage, I think we will have less divorce cases. For me, I think why this generation is quick to divorce, quick to say I'm going on my separate ways, because the commitment is not there, the friendship is not there, the foundation is not there. People don't really, it's like this. People just jump into these things, and so because you jump into it, then you can easily say, look, I'm getting out.
Also, things happen, status change, health issues can come up. So if you're going in with that mindset that every day is going to be rosy, I'm going to be happy every day, then you will be discouraged. It will get to a point where it is the commitment that you have brought, that you have with both of with yourselves, that keeps you in that marriage. Now, I'm not saying that if it's life-threatening that you must stay. No.
In fact, you shouldn't stay until you die. That's the truth. If a marriage is life-threatening, some people believe that you cannot walk away from a marriage because you're a Christian. No. If anything that is life-threatening, you can walk away from. Anything that can destroy your life, you can walk away from it. You can walk away from a business that can destroy your life. You can walk away from a relationship that can destroy your life. When the signals are there, the punches are coming up, the slapping is there, somebody is removing knife or removing something when she's angry or he's angry, then that's not a marriage. Any marriage that can damage your life, you can walk away from it. Because some Christians believe that you can't, so they stay there until the man kills them or the woman kills them. The moment, let me tell you something, to raise knife or hold something against your spouse is a criminal offense.
Yes, sir.
In fact, you should report to the police. I don't pray my wife remove anything against me.
Amen.
And I don't want to. Because you see, the moment somebody is bringing out something against his spouse, to attack his spouse, that's a criminal offense already. That should be reported immediately. I'm not saying that marriage cannot be amended later. It might. I've recommended that to somebody. There is a man, he beat his wife. This woman was a member of our church then. Anytime she's been beaten, she will not come to church. I didn't notice on time until when she now started holding a prominent position. When she started holding a prominent position, I used to know that she's not in church. So there was this time she was not in church. So we called her and said, come, you are not in church for like a week. Did you travel? She said, no. Are you in town? She said she's in town. Hope nothing happened. Already even from her voice, I noticed that something is wrong. I had to pester and pester. You know, sometimes we don't even speak out. Mm-hmm. That's where the problem is. Somebody is beating you to the point where he's hitting your head on the wall and you are not speaking out. And you are saying that you want to keep your marriage away from third party. That marriage already needs a third party. If you have headache now, you can choose not to see the doctor because you know what to apply. Am I correct?
Yes, sir.
But if you see a strange symptoms on your body that shows like maybe it's a deadly disease, you need a doctor immediately. You need a third party. You need help. So not to even speak out is what we do in this part of the world. We don't even speak out. So she didn't want to speak out, but after a while she spoke out. And I told her, where are you? She said she's in her mom's place. And I called one person and I said, okay, give me the address. I'll be there in the next few hours. It was a Sunday evening. And we drove down there. When I saw her, this is a woman who works in a big place, who travels to represent her company all over the world. Come and see her eyes swelled up. Who did this to you? It was her husband. In fact, he locked her in a guest room and was hitting her head on the wall. After she gone through medical examination, they told her to go and do brain scan so that in case she has not had crack on her skull. So I now sat with the mother and her and I think one of the family members, and I said, they now said, Pastor, what do you think we should do? I said, well, they are very committed Christians. I said, Mommy, what I will advise you to do, I hope you will be able to do it. I hope you will not bring in sentiment and culture into this. I said, can I tell you what you should do? She said, what? I said, this case should get to the police station. This case must be reported. Somebody that they are hitting your head on the wall. If you die, go, is that when we now take you to police? I said, she's now said, what about if we take this case to the police and they still want the marriage again? I said, yes, if they want the marriage again, there's going to be an undertaking. He has to write down an undertaking that he won't touch this woman again. Thank God, they didn't want to, one of them said, we don't want to do it, but thank God, one of the family members who also have my belief said, let's do it. That was what they did that made that guy to stop beating that woman. The last time I saw that guy, it was that woman that she was doing something and he was there. I think he even helped her carry bag or something. And I was like, so this guy can be this humble. If, I'm sorry we're deviating to this. If your marriage is at that point, it should be reported either to the church or to the authority, especially when it's happening all the time. It must be reported to your family. First to your family.